So I heard that the founder of Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari, once was stuck in a lift and lost the race.
Not Otis.
Not Otis. He lost the race and never took a lift again.
That's true.
That's true.
You studied very well the history. Yeah, it's true.
Absolutely.
It was in Pescara.
So, Benedetto, you say that Ferrari is not a car, it's a dream. And in 1 hour and 35 minutes, you will bring out a new dream.
Yeah.
Because you have a car launch today.
Dreams.
2 dreams.
With two special versions of a car.
Coming out today.
Yeah.
So good timing with this seminar.
Yeah, very good. You should have been waiting, and then we could show it.
But we can't show any pictures because it's like 1 hour and 35 minutes early. But what can you tell us about these 2 new cars?
Look, we have innovation is very key. I was listening to the presentation of David, of Lars, and Judy. Innovation is key, and this year is very important for us because we will have 6 new models that we'll propose to the world, and the first 2 will be announced in a few minutes. So,
but if you had to say something about them,
4 wheels, 1 steering wheel, some aluminum, some glass. No, you have to wait because we had a meeting with our journalists.
Yeah.
Everything is under embargo. So if I say something, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that is a special version of hybrid car, and it will be. I drove it several times. It's very funny. I have a lot of clients. One of them was texting me now. Can I see something? Can I see something? I said, you have to wait. Also, Nicola is asking something. You have to wait a little bit. I cannot make a difference.
Okay. Just coming back to Patrick's comment, I mean, what is Ferrari in your mind? What is it?
Ferrari, I mean, we have been working in the last years since I came over there because Ferrari was missing, if you want, a formal brand Bible. So we clarified the purpose of Ferrari. And this was done listening to all the people in the company. And the purpose of our company is very simple, is the following. We audaciously redefine the limit of possible. As you said, I mean, I was working in a different world, in a different space for 25 years, in a space we were making, I was working for a company making chips. And that world is moving at very high pace, very high pace. When you go in a company such as Ferrari, that is a luxury company, you see something that is really unique, is the human dimension. The human dimension, the passion, the sense of belonging that you see in people in Ferrari, but also all the stakeholders and the people around Ferrari is very unique. So I like to say that Ferrari is the glue around the people, putting them for the people, pushing them toward redefinition of what is possible.
But I mean, in your previous job where you do microchips, you reinvent yourself every 18, 24 months or whatever, new models and so on. Now with Ferrari, what are the things that you do reinvent, and what are the things that need to be the same? I mean, you got some iconic things, right? The yellow clock in the middle, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which of course I don't know so much about, but you know much more.
A little bit. No, look, I can tell you something I shared with the team after the Capital Market Day. It was 16 June 22 when we had the Capital Market Day, the day after we did deployment in all the company. And I was with the leader, the management of the company, and I said, look, you believe you are fast? I told them, you are not fast. Silence. A lot of said, you are fast, yes. If you compare yourself with automotive companies, you are fast. But if you compare with high-tech companies, you are not fast. And then I told them 3 things. 1, the speed of automotive companies is 1. The speed of Ferrari is 10. The speed of high-tech is 100. Do we need, as a company, to go to 100? No. Because high-tech companies don't care about the past. The past in high-tech company is a burden. In a luxury company, the past is a fundamental ingredient. So where we are aiming to be as a company. For me, the indicator is 30, 35. Where we are in terms of speed after 3 years and a half, I would say around 18, 20. So what does it mean? There are opportunities for us to improve on the operational efficiency. there are opportunities for us to improve on innovation. The company is doing relatively well, but I always push the team to stay really with the 4 wheels on the ground. Nowadays, more than ever, it's important to be prudent, to understand what are the areas where you can improve. So, high-tech company have a different mindset, different culture. The company, I don't know, maybe some of you have been working over there. It's the speed for the sake of speed, because otherwise you lose the grip. In a luxury company, it does not make sense.
So
you would destroy yourself.
So where in the company do you need speed?
But I think that there are speed we need to achieve by deleting something that is not bringing value to client. That is important. I think there are different areas. It goes in production, it goes on the marketing, it goes in the communication. There are different areas. I think no company is perfect. No company will be ever perfect. It's always an improving process. I think that we have to be conscious of this, and we have to work on that. Humility, I would say.
Absolutely. How have you changed the corporate culture since you came in? What are the things you've changed?
But what I understand I changed, if I listen to what people tell me, is that I am, and this is not a critic at all for all the people before me, because each leadership style is good, I think, for each historical moment. I think that the attention of the company to employee has been always there. I have to say that one of the reasons why also I selected to join Ferrari is because of attention of the company to the growth and development of employee. I remember when I had a discussion with the board member and I saw the program and investment on the growth of employee, that was for me an important factor. There is also another point is there's mutual respect is there. I think 2 things I brought. One is more open communication. I spend, I would say, 1% of my time in my office. I am always with people, and I talk with all the people across different organizational level.
But you actually like people, right?
I like people because I think that's the easiest and the best way to learn. You can read books, but the point is that it takes more time. And then,
how many people do you speak? How many people do you speak to? Because generally speaking, I don't think we speak with enough people.
I agree with you, but look, I had the luck to have. I was working for this company I was telling you before, and the CEO, that now is 89 years old. Before stepping in the role, I called many friends, young CEO and old CEO, old in the role, And I got some advices, and this CEO, the previous CEO of the company I was working for, 3 CEO before, he told me, talk to the people one-to-one. So when I get in the company, I asked my assistant to arrange 300 interview one-to-one to do in, let's say, 90 days. And that's what I did.
And all levels of the organization.
All levels. I think.
Why is that important?
Because you need to see the reality from a different angle. If you want to have a clear picture of the reality, you need to see from different angles. If you see an object like this, it's the same from your point of view, but the company is not so symmetric. It's very asymmetric. So you need to have a different point of view from different people. And for me, it was very easy. Without their input, without really their insight, I don't think I would have been able to lead the company with the team in this way.
How would you, if you were to describe your management style, what would you say?
I would say that I have very direct. I am maybe scientific in the sense that I go in a meeting and I like to hear what the people tell me. If I have my point of view and they demonstrate that my point of view is wrong, I don't have any problem to change it. I would say that this is the feature that the people, at least to what they tell me they like. They don't, I would say more really scientific. I do not enter meeting with my point of view that is already nailed down, carved out. I like to dance with the people, allow me to say. So I have my point of view, you have a point of view, let's discuss, let's see which are the facts.
You're a good dancer.
My wife is telling me I'm not a good dancer, that's okay.
how do you get your ideas across in the organization?
How do I get ideas?
Because you can sit at the top and you can have great ideas, right? But I mean, how do you get everybody to walk in your direction?
When you have people, okay, when you have people and you have a relation with those people, you discuss also about business. Most of all, most important, you discuss about them as people. So I know what the people do. I know, for example, Jacopo is the son of a guy that was born a few weeks ago. So I keep asking about Jacopo, or I keep asking what the son or the daughter is doing. This kind is bringing some link, so they don't see me far away. They see me close. So
but does it help? So you all live in the same village, right? I mean, Maranello is...
That is a big advantage,
yeah.
No doubt. That is a big advantage, but I can tell you, it's not a village, by the way. Yeah? It's
a town.
No, don't offend, please. No, look, but when I was also in the other company, my people were spread over 21 locations. And I can tell you that I have the same link that I have in Maranello. Maranello is easier because we are on the same place, you're right. But also when I was in the previous company, I was traveling like hell, like some colleague here in the room. I mean, you can have the same kind of relation. I have some friends in Czech Republic. I'm regularly in touch.
But do you think being Italian is something different? I mean, is it more? There is more, focus on family, friends, food, of course. You are very good. You're very good at cutting the reindeer, by the way. Yeah. But do you think there is this focus on family, and which makes it into?
I don't think it's a matter.
So?
No, I have a lot of friends. I see a lot of business people from all over the world. But they are very good. So what is the only things you can say that maybe for some Italians, especially from south of Italy, they may have the advantage to be a little bit more direct, but I don't know, not more direct, more in the human relation, more easy to start. I mean, but
where do you want? What are you trying to change now at Ferrari? What part of the culture are you working on?
But, I'm working on 2 dimensions. One, I want to find a way to increase this speed because I still need the 12 points to go from 18 to 30. I think that I am identifying together with the team some areas that it makes sense for us to delete because they do not add value. So this is, if you want, on the process side. On the client side, I think that we need, like I say, we needed to expand beyond the classical. We have a lot of repeaters. That is good. The team.
So you mean repeaters?
Repeater client that are buying the same client that are buying cars. Yeah, today are around 70%, 75%.
We have your biggest Norwegian client in the audience today.
Oh, thank you for your trust. I would like to. No, I think that we need also to expand the client base. We are doing good progress because 40% of new clients are younger than 40 years. But I think there is still opportunity here. And I think we need to do some progress also in the experience we provide to our client. Because in a luxury company, the product is important, but also the experience is very important. So this is another dimension.
What do you mean by that?
But look, we are organizing regularly special events, special experience, on track, on road, with the client. In the next few weeks, we will have a client that will join all together in Spain or in Patagonia, driving the Ferrari. But we will also experience of people that are fan of driving. They buy their racing car and they're fan of driving on the track. So this is the experience that we want to bring on the track, on the client.
So last question: where do you think Ferrari will be in 10 years' time?
What I think, what I want the Ferrari to be is a company that is faster, that is continues to be more and more open, where really the mutual respect stays there as a value, where we listen and we anticipate, we continue to anticipate which are the product the client is willing to have from us. So I would like that we continue to do and we improve, we keep improving in delivering emotion-driven innovation. No technology push, no market pull, emotion-driven innovation. Because only in that way you make a difference. If you wait too much, or if you push the technology, it's not innovation. It's copy and paste.
And you have said you don't want to have too many screens.
No.
Why?
There are a couple of them already.
Why don't you want to have too many screens in a Ferrari?
Look, coming from semiconductor companies, I know that what is useful, what is not useful in a car. What is useful for the client, what is useful for a supplier. I think that screens are very much useful for the supplier more than for the client.
Yeah. And you think you are in a Ferrari to drive, not to watch TV?
I believe Ferrari is a car that people like to drive. It's not a sofa on four wheel. It's not a mobile phone on four wheel. It's not a data center on four wheel. Some of people here present became part of the community. Thanks for their trust, and you will continue to have fun when driving Ferrari. You will not see cinema.
Very good.
Thank you, Nicola.